Hey, I'm here playing Mini Jam 69 entries, and I'm here with Taking the Chance. Is the computer really better than you? I don't know. Is it? I'm taking the chance. So, I'm doing like blind playthroughs slash like I have no idea what to expect, and that's a little loud. Don't want her to don't let down too much though, so OBS can still pick it up. Immediately, I always love to see movement on main menu screens. I think it's an understated part of Game Jam games that's really nice. About your opponent is the computer. You have to guess what card the AI has chosen. The computer will try to guess too. Can you beat the computer? Wait, what? I mean, depends. I feel like the computer's going to destroy me. Hint. So I have 5 hints. I have a 1 and 3. You all lose. You all lose. Well, I lost. Anyway, so that was taking the chance. I'm just kidding. I guess I'll use a hint. So 50-50, it's a draw. You lose. Oh, we both lose. Oh, it's a point-based thing. Hitting main menu is wrong. You win. Easy. You all lose. Well, I'm still in the lead. You both lose. You both lose. Computer won. Oh no, we're tied. You all lose. You win. Is there any way to tell what card it will be based on anything, or do I have to use it? Let's do Jack. So it's a king. Does that mean it won't be a king? It wasn't. So not a queen. So not a king. So not a queen. It was a queen. Okay, so it can do the same one multiple times in a row. Let's see. I like this music from Open Game Art. Oh wait, I can click that multiple times. Wait a minute. So interesting game. It is kind of like a. I could see this being kind of a goofy like gambling game. Oh, you have a max of 10 hints at a time. Gotcha. So, what are we playing to? Ah, yes, all the hints. I think we're playing to 10. And I'm gonna win. Ayo. The real question is, is the computer using hints as well? I need one more point. One more point. Come on. I see. So there isn't that much to talk about here. It's a very, very simple game. I will say one of the first things that comes to my mind slash my vision. Let me quickly just turn the volume down slightly more because it's really loud. Is these are really bright colors. Like this is a neon green on like a really bright yellow, and it kind of hurts my eyes. But that's okay. The gameplay itself is really, really simple. It's kind of like rock paper scissors, but you're but all you want is to not tie. I guess it's kind of just like rock paper scissors. Wait, is this kind of a fancy rock paper scissors? Like if we think about it, right? So if he picks king, what's the right answer? No, I guess there'll be situations where we both want to pick king. Never mind. So it's like different rock paper scissors, but it's very random. Which I mean, it's a card like cards, right? That's basically their nature. I think these hint drops are a little almost like too frequent, and also I think they're a little buggy because I don't know if you're supposed to be able to tap them a lot. Hey, it's a draw. Like, it's kind of like, because of the way it works is you basically are trying to guess the card, and since there's no way to tell that I can tell, what's it? You're basically taking a 1 in 3 chance, but since hints are pretty unanimous, what you want to do is you have a 50-50 chance, but you also have a 1 in 3 chance not to get a point for being right. It's a little. I'm not too sure about like some of the design of this game, just because it does seem kind of weird. Because sorry if I'm sounding overly negative. It is actually kind of like. I could see this being played at like a casino, just because it's like really simple, but kind of like fun. You could do it like if you were to make this like a casino game. Obviously, a big thing about casino games is making them like flashy and feel really good. So what you do is you just always give a player a point for playing, and then unless you lose and the computer gets it right. So what you would do is you'd have a escalating score. So you get 0 points if you lose and the computer wins. You get like, because we're going with casino, you want feel good numbers, so you go 100 for. Like 100 for if you tie, I guess. Or no, you get 100 if, yeah, if you tie. Wait, because there's 3 outcomes. There's a tie, you win, computer wins. Those are the 3 outcomes. Yeah, so if computer wins, you give like 0 points. If it's a tie, you give 100 points, and if you win, you give 1,000 points. And then you can have like, what you could do is you could create like a multiplier. So for every, let's say for like every, and then what you could do is you can make it so each one of these give different points. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with ways to like make the gameplay a little more gambly, because this feels like it wants to be a casino game, to me, just because it is purely random. And what you could do is like, if it's a casino game, is you could spend instead of just hints flying by, you can spend your points on a hint. But yeah, that's just a way you could have like, or you could take this sort of concept. I think it's important to recognize this game has a lot of RNG, because it's not just a 1 in 3 chance to get a point. It's a 1 in 3 chance to have a 1 in 3 chance of getting a point. I think a big thing is that you can't really mine, like, hypothetically, if the computer opponent was a human opponent, I couldn't mind game them here. It like, in a lot of situations, you like, if you have a card game like this where you're playing against a computer, you can lose a little bit by it being a computer by having mind games. But because the computer doesn't know, or like the opponent doesn't know what's in the middle, and I don't know what's in the middle, you can't mind game. There's nothing to. If he says, like, for example, if we were playing, like, let's just remove the middle card and we had to guess each other's card. If he guesses I have a king and he's wrong, that could be a tell, because some people will think, oh, well, there's only 3 options and I have the king, so he must not have the king. So if I have, let's say I have the queen in my, this is probably a confusing explanation and kind of over the top. Yeah. I think a big thing for like a jam entry of this scale I think something that would have been really nice is a like kaboom effect every time you won, but that's off sidetrack. But you can't mind game your opponent in this game because neither of you know. But if hypothetically I had to guess my opponent's card, if he guessed I had a jack and I have the king, then I know he has the queen, right? But he could try to mind game me in like a try to trick me into giving information way. And the way that would work is hypothetically, if I have the king, I can guess my opponent has the king. And if my opponent says I don't have the king, he'll guess that I have the queen. Or if I have that was about it. Yeah, if I have the king and I ask him like, "Do you have the king?" and he says no because he can't have the king because I have the king, and he has the queen, he'll guess jack. But I could be bluffing and I could actually have the king, and because of that, I would instantly know which card he has. He has the queen because he guessed jack, and you can have multiple layers of that where he goes in and he guesses jack even though he doesn't like he knows I don't have the jack. Like a simple change like that can add a lot of like kind of skill intensive gameplay. But the problem here is that neither player has information that can help like that can apply to the other player, which means that it's gambling, which is fine. Honestly, casino games are a really, really good case study of like game feel and polish. So if you went all in on that with like this concept, where the computer opponent is kind of like where maybe you have like more options, like more outcomes. Maybe you guess 3 cards and you have to guess the sequence, and depending on how close you were, you get points. Like mini lottery in a way. And then the computer kind of like adds variance to it, which some casino machines will do. Like the if you have a combo, or if you get a certain string, it activates like a super combo. Uh, I don't know if what I've explained makes sense or not, but I'm not trying to be overly like you need to make a different game, but this is not much to talk about here. It's really straightforward, very RNG dependent. There isn't like a ton of polish. It is a very, very straightforward. The buttons have like the default Unity like amount of feedback. When like you hover over it, it highlights. You click it, it highlights more, and that's good. With models this small, you want a lot of polish. So like particle effects, what you could do is like just make a particle effect that when you click, it creates it at the mouse, and like make your clicks feel good. I think the hint system probably would need a rework. You all lose. Yes, because I never run out of hints, and it does seem like this game would go on forever. But yeah, I I like little bitty gambling games like this. Like this would make a really good like if you turned it into like a gambly sort of like casino machine game. What you could do is basically make it a mobile game, and it could be like a really good toilet game if that makes sense. Although that's not a bad thing. One of my favorite little things that we have at our place is in our bathroom. We have these little Yahtzee machines, and what you could do is just while you go to the bathroom, you could play basically play single player Yahtzee, and it's a lot of fun. And that game is 100% like not 100%, but like 99% RNG. So this could work in that sort of setting of like basically you need to kill like 5 minutes, and you want to do like a try to go for a max point run in like a little bit of a mini casino game. So I think there's potential here, but as it stands, it's like there isn't too much here, which is understandable. 3 days is not a lot of time. It might sound like I'm being a little overcritical, but 3 days is not a lot of time at all. So finishing anything at all is fantastic. Let's see if I can get to 30. Let me just wait for a hint. Honestly, if I created like a macro... Oh wait, why did I do that? If you created like a bot to play this game, I could see it being really interesting to evaluate like the result of 1,000 games playing like this. Like what would the score be? Like for every how many games I play, does he win? Or like does he take a point away basically? Oh, there's 30. Hey, I won that last one. No, my perfect 30. Well, there isn't much here, so there's not much to say, but pretty cool concept. It is like it would be kind of an interesting casino game. So, cheers.